She is one of the few in the shadow of fire, the female ninja who dares to single-handedly brush the tail beast. She's also a woman who almost got stuck on the waist of the palace. He is a top-tier love brain obsessed with Orokarasham. She is also a confidant sister who returns from a lost path and gains fresh meat. She is both a fierce queen and a gentle camellia. She shines like a crystal. Perseverance. Today, let's use a video. Let's take a closer look at the life of the Red Lotus Queen's comeback. People often say that Go Xiong made a lifelong mistake at the sight of Yang Go. For Red Lotus, that's at a young and naive age one is inexperienced and naive, cannot encounter snakes that are too stunning. As a standard wool orphan, Hong Lian had a tumultuous and bitter childhood. When she was very young, I lost my home and loved ones. Left alone, fear and despair are like a sharp sword hanging over our heads at all times. At that time she only hated herself for being too weak, unable to protect what one wants to protect. And at this moment Orokarasham found her. At Orokarasham's place, not only can she gain strength, you can also find a stable place to live. In the eyes of Hong Lian, who had been agitated by suffering for a long time, Orokarasham is wearing golden armor, a god who broke through the flames of karma and saved her from the sea of suffering. She naturally admires him, infatuated with him. I want to gain his recognition. Under the influence of Orokarasham group, she like many followers of Orokarasham, consider the container that becomes Orokarasham as the highest honor. So Hong Lian tried her best to make herself stronger, becoming useful. She firmly believes, as long as one works hard enough, it will definitely be able to win the favor of Orokarasham. She meets the demand for Orokarasham, regarded as one's only pursuit. Fortunately, her efforts were seen. She was entrusted with a heavy responsibility by Orokarasham. Hong Lian is very happy. She wants to complete the task beautifully. It's just that she's still young, seriously injured during the mission. Fortunately, she was saved by a village woman. Fortunately, I saved my life. The grace of saving lives cannot be repaid. Red Lotus knows this place. It will become a bloody and stormy Shura field. She advised the village women to leave as soon as possible. However, Orokarasham appeared like a ghost. He whispered softly in Red Lotus's ear, words that can be spoken, but like a steel needle. It pierced into the eardrum of the Red Lotus. Kill that village woman. Out of the most instinctive kindness of human nature, Red Lotus's subconsciously refusal. Thus the uncle is really good at seducing. The balance in her heart quickly tilted towards Orokarasham. I was ordered to personally kill my benefactor. Afterwards, Red Lotus sealed off this bloody past. Time flies like a white horse. Red Lotus's immature face becomes mature and charming. She can also proficiently use the blood stem limit crystal escape. She finally grew up to look like what Orokarasham had hoped for. Become a useful person for Orokarasham. A stream that runs through her teenage years. Finally seeing the dawn of victory. Red Lotus faithfully guards the secret base of Orokarasham, willingly killing people and smuggling goods for him. Wait in the dark underground castle. Go back to the company headquarters and take a look. Orokarasham has already fallen in love with someone else. Years of dreams shattered once. Red Lotus's heart shattered like crystal on the ground. But renowned psychologist, tiled action expert Orokarasham knows too much about Red Lotus. One sentence. I want you. Next time, it may be reincarnated into your body. I suppressed all the grievances of Hong Lian. Like a red lotus that has been injected with 800 tons of chicken blood and resurrected on the spot. Instantly, from the grievances of infants to infants, become a female war god who kills all directions. Carrying the gun, she rushed towards the battlefield set up for her by Orokarasham. Go hunt Sanwei with the ghost pill that has special abilities. Considering the tight schedule and heavy workload, the journey of searching for the three tails is long. But the key item of this strip, the ghost pill, is physically weak, frequent fever and fainting. To complete the task, Red Lotus is unwilling and has no choice. Became the nanny of Ugui Maru. Feed medicine and water along the way. Careful care. Perhaps it's because the fever in Ugui Maru is too painful. Stimulated the dusty memories of Hong Yun. She vaguely felt. I have also been taken care of so carefully before. Gradually, Hong Leon doesn't think this child is that troublesome either. After learning that Yugumaru likes camellias, Red Lotus used crystal dawn to turn fresh camellia into an eternal flower. She hopes this camellia flower will never wither, and bring happiness to the ghost pill. The temptation of tailed beasts to various villages is too great. Not only Orakarasham is interested in Sanwei, and the Konoha team led by Kakoshi. Red Lotus met Kakoshi's squad near Sanwei's lair. As a female general with rich combat experience, Red Lotus naturally won't come up with her own big moves. After testing the bottom line, the younger brothers, Red Lotus has created a super large crystal maze, trapped the Konoha team inside and unilaterally assaulted them. If it weren't for Konoha, Naruto and Yamato would have chosen timely rain. This time, the Konoha team. But we have to make a big mistake on Hong Lian. After the retreat of the fearless Konoha team, Red Lotus continues to lead the team forward. Quickly, they took a small boat and arrived at the living room in Sanwei. I saw the pharmacist putting a hood on the ghost pill. Take out a large number of pills. She is very worried. But when I think of Orakarisham's expectations, and what Orakarisham said, we will reconsider the choice of container. She had no choice but to be ruthless. Asked the pharmacist to take the medicine pill for Ugui. Subsequently, she released the crystal hexagonal pillar and waited for the three tails to take the bait. Quickly, a burst of cockra leads straight to the sky. Ugui Yenting cried out. Sanwei came in response to the sound. It's time to close the net when the prey is hooked. Ugui is exhausted. Her chakra cannot continue. After losing control, Sanwei, direct rampage. At the moment when the bull's head is hard against the three tails, she released it. The technique of Jingdan Yushendu pushed the three tails out of the water surface, but three large unsturdy bodies quickly shattered her crystal. She pulled out someone with stronger attacking power. But it's impossible to harm the three tails at all. There's no other way. She can only use the one with a longer front shade. Crystal escape crystal wall 8 formation. But when she was in the preparation stage, Sanwei rushed towards her. It's almost too late. Fortunately, the bull's head pulled the tails of the three tails from behind. She finally displayed the crystal wall 8 formation. Instant. The red crystal completely trapped the three tails. But we can't wait for them to completely evacuate. Three tails burst up and shook their tails, breaking free from the crystal cage. The huge roar made the entire water surface boil uncontrollably. Red Lotus and the others are like swaying small boats. The move just now has already consumed a lot of cockra from Red Lotus. She is unable to recreate a crystal wall. Rescue Ugui Maru from under Sanwei's nose. She can only fly up, using self-packaging as bait to cover the retreat of Ghost Pill. Jingdan Cui Jing knife. But for Sanwei, not long. Red Lotus lay on the surface of the water, just when she thought she would die this time. Ugui Maru unleashed tremendous potential in the desperate situation. I used cockra to restrain the three tails. When the ghost pill was exhausted again, three tails made a huge wave, trapped everyone in the water. I'm about to drag ghost pill into the strange space of Sanwei. She struggled to hold on to Ugui Maru's hand, then used the final cockra. activate the crystal escape hexagonal pillar, rescued the ghost pill from the water surface. Afterwards, she lost consciousness. When waking up, already immersed in the hallucinogenic poisonous mist of Sanwi-I, Uchiui Meru was taking care of herself on the side. Quickly, she found that ghost pill had a fever again. Keep talking in his mouth. Red Lotus belongs to me. His statement stirred a warm current in her heart. At night, she saw Naruto break into their vicinity. To avoid involving Ghost Pill in the battle, she took the initiative to greet her. The battle will start soon. Naruto stated that he did not come to fight with her, but he wants to take away the Ghost Pill. Tell Naruto, I have found my own belonging. Found someone who cares about oneself. That's Red Lotus. Be gentle with me. Also think of me, Naruto said. Orochimaru is a guy who will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. A big jerk who doesn't even care about human life. Honglian is a subordinate of Orochimaru. I must be using you. This made Honglian very angry. But she also noticed that Konoha's support had arrived, just as she was desperately trying to escape. My subordinate Naruto suddenly appeared and took her and Ugui-wan away. Faced with the honest person who just saved himself, Naruto, Red Lotus Princess's upper body, directly getting started is like a slap in the face. Beating the cow's head obediently, but along the way, Ugui-wan has already planted the seeds of love in Honglian's heart. Now the seed is eager to sprout, and they joined forces with Du and his subordinates. Du immediately requested to use the ghost pill again. Restart the plan to hunt the three tails, because Konoha has already dispatched the sealing and unloading team. They don't have time to fix it. She knows the harm that pill causes to the ghost pill. She is very hesitant. But ghost pill is still running a fever, because she decided to stop Zheng Muye from hunting Sanwi-I. To buy time for the recovery of the ghost pill, she brought the bull's head with her, found the Konoha ninjas by the lake. This time she's on full fire. Coming up is the crystal escape attack. Smashed Naruto into the living room of the Sano family, and 3 pink crystal dragons soared into the sky, trapping Kakashi. Another backstab afterwards almost made Cotton bend over. Red Lotus 1 on 2. Unexpectedly not falling behind at all. But MUYE's backup force is too awesome. Little expert in raising goo. According to the previous loophole where Vita was not crystallized, the overwhelming insects are like locusts passing through. In a moment, Jindan was gnawed clean. The battlefield situation reversed in an instant. The Naruto legion rushed towards her with a spiral pill in hand. She wrapped herself in crystal-like crystals. Crystal that can continuously self-repair. Resisted all the meatballs of Naruto. Suddenly the unpleasant bug absorbed itself again. Gnawed away all her crystals. Just now, I almost got stabbed in a cross-dressing Kokoshi. Turning around and holding Late Shay, he chopped over. Red Lotus, who cannot be avoided, is preparing to receive a thunderous scud. As a result, a bull's head dodged and blocked the damage for her, and sent her out of the battlefield. But I was cut into pieces by lightning and sank into the water. She slept unconscious by the river for an unknown amount of time. Suddenly awakened by a familiar flute sound, she followed the sound and found the ghost pill. She just found out. A woman killed with years of money. It's the mother of Uchiui-Maru. She couldn't believe it was true. And pharmacist Du also came over. He told Honglian, the sealing of Konoha has begun. We need to use the ghost pill immediately now. Manipulates NWI to break the barrier of Konoha. She knew to let the ghost pill use that power again. It will cause great damage to the ghost pill. Therefore I want to refuse to execute the pharmacist's order, and the pharmacist's bag. Then point out the fact that she killed Uchiui-Maru's mother. She was very surprised. I don't know why you knew about this matter. Du told her. Orakarasham already knew everything. She knew she had fallen into their trap. She remembered what Naruto said. Orakarasham is an unattainable and unscrupulous person. The memories that were suddenly sealed are like boomerangs. It pierced her heart with precision. Those days of killing, that promise that has never been fulfilled, like a tide rushing towards the brain. For the first time, Hong Lian felt the taste of regret. It's too late to regret. The ghost pill has already taken root in my heart. She didn't want him to feel like an ugly mother killer. I have no choice but to. She once again chose to collaborate with pharmacist Du. But when they arrived at the lake, after pouring the pill out of the bag again, she quickly knocked off the pill. She begged Du to give her another chance. Go stop the ninjas of Konoha. Pharmacist Dou's face was full of agreement from the city government. Just make her fully cooperate with his plan. Then he called the Batman Lina. The two of them discussed tactics, thus rushed into the lake, facing the pure body technique of Shaolin Tintonyan. She coated herself with a layer of crystal film, similar to the sand armor of my beloved Luo. If it weren't for chakra not recovering, she can solve her opponent in minutes. Currently chakra limited, she chose to release Jinglong to hold back Shaolin Tian. At this moment Lina appeared, a Konoha ninja who charged straight towards the barrier. Suddenly Naruto and Shino were killed, and Sanwi suddenly became irritable, rushed to the surface of the water, breaking free from the already unstable barrier. Now they have achieved their own goals, preparing to retreat. But three tails and two water cannons sprayed out, overthrow all the people on the lake surface. She's not very lucky. I fell on a small island in the lake and fainted. When she wakes up again, Sanwi is right in front of me. I scared her. It was Uchiha Meru who used his power to control Sanwi. Seeing Uchiha Meru persisting in pain, still holding the Kamedia wrapped in a red crystal in his hand, she remembered. That's what Ghost Meru exchanged with her for a talisman. She supported herself and jumped onto the shore. She's not sure. Do you really deserve to be missed by Ghost Pill? But the destination of the Ghost Pill. She thought to herself that if Uchiha Meru was willing, then let her be his rightful owner. I won't wait for them to be moved. Goodbye. Lina, who was a sight to behold, ran out and stabbed her with a knife. She just found out. They want to use her to make the ghost pill explode, to restrain the power of the three tails. It can truly be described as extremely vicious. In the end, Ghost Pill did as they wished, erupted with unprecedented power, suppressed the three tails. After the Ghost Pill reaches its limit, Sanwi launched a precise attack on them. To protect the Ghost Pill, she used the remaining small amount of chakra, released the red fruit, protected the Ghost Pill inside, and Bao Yi ran towards the lake without hesitation. She wants to lure the three tails away, but she has injuries on her body and not many chakra. After she released one after another, Jingdun hexagonal sword dance in hand. After the formation of Crystal Wall 8 with Crystal Dun, chakra has already been depleted, although Naruto came to help. But it's completely useless. To maximize the protection of Ghost Pill, she used the point of death and life. Transform your own life into chakra. Released her secret ninja technique. Jingdun one arrow bright light. Not only did it withstand the three-tailed beast cannon, another laser blinded the three tails. Had Naruto's Dawit Ma spiral pill. Three tails were writhing in the water in pain. Not long, Sanwi has once again risen from the water. He directly swallowed her and Naruto into his stomach. In the belly of three tails, Naruto is bandaging her thigh wound again, but holding her princess again, causing her, as the imperial sister, to be in a small mess. In addition, Naruto's beastly tongue let her complete the missing memories. It was like a dream that she realized she had loved the wrong person. the antisocial PU expert from Orakarasham. It's really not worth her following. The cute soft and caring ghost pill is the right person for her. In the illusion mist of the three tails, she mustered up the courage to confront Yuji Uemaru's mother. Afterwards, she followed Naruto to break through Sanwei-Ai's body, returning to the battlefield again. Coincidentally, the despicable Lina forced the ghost pill to manipulate Sanwei-Ai again. She descended from the sky and saved the weak and helpless ghost pill. Lina, whose plan was destroyed by Red Lotus, was furious. Tell her the secret of killing Yukimaru's mother. But she had already developed the awareness of being honest about everything. I am also prepared to face all negative emotions. But Yuji Uemaru didn't blame her for stopping this. He just pulled out the red crystal camellia flower. There is a place with Sister Hongleon. It's my home. As long as Sister Hongleon can come back to my side, that's good. Her tears couldn't stop anymore. She swore, I will never leave him again. The two embraced and wept. Lina, who couldn't win the heart, became angry and embarrassed, launched an attack on them. But unexpectedly, his face was cut open by Naruto's counterattack. Originally, Lina had already been killed by the pharmacist. Afterwards, Ju used the technique of the dead soul to summon Lina, specially designed to deal with her. The sound waves of the bat shook her crystal escape. To protect the ghost pill, she decided to hold Lina in her arms and share the same month with her. They both sank into the water. Ding-Dun wrapped their bodies and slowly slid towards the bottom of the lake. She has used this crystal to trap and kill countless enemies before. I never expected that one day it would become my own coffin brown. It's truly a cruel fate. Well done. Just die peacefully like this. Suddenly, an external force hits. Someone pulled her out of the bottom of the lake. It's a bull's head. Why is it this silly subordinate again? Hongleon looked at him with confusion. Naruto said he used to be at the secret base of Orakarasham. Hongleon once gave him a sip of water in a desperate situation. From that time on, he regarded the Red Lotus as his lifelong destination. The grace of one water many years ago saved her life several times. Fate, it's really amazing. Fate also gives those who abandoned darkness and turn to the light the opportunity for rebirth. Red Lotus, who survived the disaster, harvested the ghost pill, and the peaceful ending of the bullhead's retreat. Red Lotus's life. It's a lifetime of constant searching. The chaotic life of childhood made her lack a sense of security. That's why she tightly grasped the warmth that Orakarasham gave away. She blindly worships, following at any cost, all for the sake of being able to stay at Orakarasham's place. Yet some pitiful recognition. She already has a crystal clear and kind heart. Encountered the most enchanting person at the most enchanting age. Shape distorted three perspectives. Fortunately, later, she met Ghost Pill and Bullhead. Let her feel the true joy of being needed. I also experienced the warmth of being protected. Only then can new flesh and blood grow. Throw away the wrong emotions. To embrace the joy of rebirth. As the tea vines bloom, one can see the mountain tea. As long as it is warmly opened up, it's a camellia that never withers.